In 1519, Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest minds of the world that ever lived, died in Chateau du Clos-Lucy in France. Scatterbrained, fantasist, brilliant but unfocused, this is how we often depict Leonardo in today's media. The genius of painting has only 14 masterpieces attributed to him, and some of the most iconic works of Leonardo are not even completely finished. But how so few pictures made Leonardo an international star, even in his own time? His influence on the art of painting is evident judging by tons and tons of copies made after the master died. Or were they in fact made not later, after the master, but instead with the master? It is recorded that at one point Leonardo claimed having to financially support 6 people, however, his studio might as well contained around 12 of his students and assistants, who were paying Leonardo to teach them the art of painting. However, contrary to the image of a melancholic loner, worried about never finishing anything, Leonardo and his entourage liked attention-grabbing clothes, well-groomed hair, exotic pet animals, music, poetry, and overall luxury. So, neither Leonardo, nor his studio lived in cobweb-filled cells, mastering secrets of art in total seclusion. But where did the money for the lavish lifestyle come from? In fact, while Leonardo was busy making inventions, and mastering engineering, his students were not. Recent research of the Gioconda and the Madonna of the Yarnwinder shows that while Leonardo was slowly making progress on his masterpiece, his students were already finishing a few copies of that same composition. That is why many copies reflect the early stages of the original masterpieces that Leonardo would later repaint and correct. These copies, based on Leonardo's early sketches and preparatory cartoons, are noticeably different from the copies, which followed the finished product. This would change the way we see Leonardo's place in the art market at the time. Think of Leonardo not as this quirky genius, who would charm his generous patrons into maintaining him and his pupils while never providing any substantial work, but as an artist who achieved stardom, and made a living out of selling prints of his work. Only the Renaissance version of prints, he made his business by selling countless studio copies. One of the richest and most interesting parts of Leonardo's creation is his drawings and sketches. Always keeping himself busy, Leonardo went no further to realize his rich stream of sketched ideas. But his studio did. Not only did they use preparatory cartoons for the reference, they also milked even the smallest sketches by Leonardo and developed them to full fruition. If you love Leonardo's art, and secretly wish he would have done more paintings, here's a great opportunity to see his sketches transformed into large-scale paintings by his pupils and assistants. We often talk about Leonardo the painter, Leonardo the draftsman, Leonardo the scientist and Leonardo the thinker. Let's also see him as a savvy art market figure, who understood the worth of multiplying his ideas to leave a statement. The more, the better.